Another question I get about crankbaits all the time is, how do the pros trick their baits out? Well, we play with our baits a lot. A lot of the guys shave the bill. A lot of them take heat and bend them. There's all kind of things you can do to a crankbait. This is a DT10. It's a really good bait. It's a wooden bait. It doesn't float up real fast, but it's just a good deep bait. But one of the things I like to do with these baits is add a little weight to the front hook. And what that does, normally your crankbait sits in the water at about this angle. And then when you pull it, it kind of dives like this. But if you add a little weight to this hook that's on the front, it'll sit in the water a little more upright, and it causes that bait to dive at a steeper angle. It gets deeper quicker, but it'll still float. It'll still float up. You can make it suspend perfectly by adding a certain amount of lead. Now, how I do that? Lead wire. You can buy this at any Bass Pro Shop. Go to the fly tying shop. Get the biggest. They'll have it in about 3 different sizes. I usually get the biggest they've got. And what I do, I just take it, put it on the shank of the hook, and just wrap it around the shank. Usually, and then push it down. It's real soft lead. Just slide it down, crank it on around there, slide it on down. And then when you get up toward the eye, just break it off. You've got one wrap of lead wire on that hook, and that'll change the attitude of that bait completely. And that's one of the things I do to change my deep diving crankbaits. The only thing I do maybe is wrap it twice, and with some baits, you can actually make this diving bait that floats a suspending bait by just adding weight to the hook. And the important thing here, put the weight on the hook. A lot of guys stick all those suspend dots and stuff all over the baits. That kills the action of the lure. You got to have that weight hanging away from that lure. That's the most important thing. I use this lead wire on a lot of baits, especially my jerk baits, but it's something you can use in any bait. But practice a little bit, take it, wrap your bait, go to the pool, see what it looks like. If it's floating up a little bit, wrap a little more wire. Just play with your lures. That's how the pros trick out their lures.